I am Daenerys Targaryen, last of the Targaryen house, the ancestral lineage of dragon kings. My story begins far from the intrigues of Westeros, in exile in the free cities with my brother Viserys, who dreamed of reclaiming the Iron Throne. We are the descendants of the royal line that was overthrown during Robert Baratheon's rebellion. The Iron Throne is at the heart of this struggle. After my father, the Mad King, was overthrown, several great houses of Westeros began to vie for the throne. The Stark family, Wardens of the North, the Lannisters, rich and cunning, the Baratheons, who took power, and many others fought, each with their own ambitions. My brother sold me to Khal Drogo, the leader of a powerful Dothraki horde, hoping he would help him reclaim Westeros. But it was through this union that I discovered my own strength. After the tragic death of Drogo, I took control of my fate. It was also at that moment that 3 dragon eggs, which seemed fossilized, hatched, and dragons returned to the world, symbols of my rebirth. Meanwhile, in Westeros, intrigues multiplied. War erupted between the Starks, the Lannisters, the Baratheons, and others, each seeking to control the kingdom. Tyrion Lannister, the shrewd and marginalized dwarf, played a crucial role in this power struggle in King's Landing, where the Iron Throne sits. The White Walkers, a threat forgotten for millennia, began to appear beyond the wall in the north, threatening all of Westeros. Jon Snow, a brother of the Night's Watch and bastard son of Ned Stark, became a key figure in the defense against this icy menace. As the seasons passed, I freed entire cities from slavery, building a loyal army. With my growing dragons, my allies, and my own sense of justice, I turned my gaze to Westeros, determined to reclaim what is rightfully mine. Chaos reigned in Westeros, and alliances constantly shifted. Finally, I faced Cersei Lannister, who ruled the Iron Throne with an iron grip and a calculating mind. The final war was inevitable. But despite my intentions to free the world from tyranny, I became what I hated most. My actions in King's Landing, where I destroyed the city with my dragons, caused the deaths of thousands of innocents. This led Jon Snow, the man I loved, to make a terrible choice. He killed me to protect the realm from my growing madness. Thus ends the story of the Targaryens, but also the struggle for the Iron Throne. A new world begins, where dragons are no more, and where the throne, a symbol of so much bloodshed, is destroyed forever.
I'd say you get used to them, but you never really do. Come, the mother's waiting for you. Amazing thing to see.
I named them for my brothers, Viserys and Rhaegar. They're both gone now. You lost 2 brothers as well. People thought dragons were gone forever, but here they are. Perhaps we should all be examining what we think we know.
You've been talking to Tyrion.
Here's my hand.
He enjoys talking.
We all enjoy what we're good at.
I don't.
You know I'm not going to let Cersei stay on the Iron Throne.
I never expected that you would.
And I haven't changed my mind about which kingdoms belong to that throne.
I haven't either.
I will allow you to mine the dragon glass and forge weapons from it. Any resources or men you need, I will provide for you.
Bastard of Winterfell.
The dwarf of Casterly Rock.
I believe we lost each other atop the wall.
You were pissing off the edge, if I remember right. Picked up some scars along the road.
It's been a long road, but we're both still here. I'm Tyrion Lannister.
Davos Seaworth.
The Onion Knight. We fought on opposite sides at the Battle of Blackwater Bay.
Unluckily for me.
And Sandy is the Queen's most trusted advisor.
Welcome to Dragonstone. Our Queen knows this is a long journey. She appreciates the efforts you have made on her behalf. If you wouldn't mind handing over your weapons.
Going back to a place that created you and that was the beginning of you and the end of your family is kind of epic.
Dany coming home was a really interesting sequence, and I think what was really lovely was that doing it for Game of Thrones and doing a sequence like that, you can really do it properly. Like, you can really take your time with it. You can really give it its due as a real moment.
Because there's no dialogue, it puts more weight on Emilia, who's doing all of this with her face and her actions and her movement. It puts a lot of weight on the art department because the place itself is really the other main character.
The space has to be something that Daenerys feels very connected to, where everything that she's heard about is suddenly somehow in front of her.
That was exciting to do, and the locations that we shot in Spain for it were absolutely stunningly beautiful.
We had to find somewhere that had a certain weight and power to it. And when we arrived at Zumaya Beach, the geological formations there are so unique and so special and so interesting that they have a weight to them that I think none of us could ignore.
Actually, quite often, we have to split location for the same scene. The end result was we decided that we could do most of what we wanted to do in 2 locations, split between Spain and Northern Ireland.
The arrival is shot in Zumaya. You then get up onto the platform, go up a set of stairs, and then we're on stage here in Belfast. And then once she goes through those doors here, then you pick her up again in San Juan, where she goes up the steps to the castle. Those locations together informed, for me, the whole design of Dragonstone. And it all came from those really unique rock formations, which are so, so special and very unique just to that part of the world.
The Gates of Dragonstone. It's probably going to be on film for about 30 seconds, but so much detail and work went into this set.
2 giant dragon heads were carved by our sculpting team, with the most beautiful, big, massive doors that were designed and built here.
The locations in Spain, had that very strong rock formation, that very strong strated look.
And we were able to bring in those beautiful geological formations in those side corridors.
We had to use the rocks from the location. We sent out a team of plasterers to Spain. They took impressions of the stone. And from those, we created moulds, and we used those rocky shapes to create the shapes of the corridors and the cave. There's that kind of physical, geological journey that we were able to design. And then that all culminated in the throne room, where we had to create like a new architecture. It's a lot of work. It was very, very labour intensive.
No, I can do it without looking.
Looks brilliant. It's going to be dramatic.
Yeah, it's really dramatic. Yeah, the angles are fantastic.
Dragonstone, of course, had been established in previous seasons before I came, so we had the Dragonstone map room, so it was already established as a cave-like space. So I wanted this set to sort of start in the cave and grow out of it. And then we were able to bring in those beautiful geological formations in that throne, the Dragonstone throne, which I think is, a really powerful sort of statement.
The only directions we gave her was that it should be quite imposing and intimidating, and that the throne would be carved out of the rock, and that was it. And that's all we gave her, and then she went to town with that. The first time we saw it all lit for a scene, that was pretty dramatic.
As we were building it, people would walk through this set and they would feel, I feel very uncomfortable here. It's not a room where I want to spend a lot of time. So it was a new approach to an audience chamber, which was not welcoming people in. It was basically making people feel uneasy and intimidated.
Yeah, I think it's maybe the best set that we've ever built.
It was really impressive. We couldn't wait to shoot it.
The audience chamber is incredible. One of the most staggering sets that I've had the privilege of being in.
Every moment of that journey from the ship to the place where she's actually going to stand and plan her conquest, there's a different flavor to each one of those moments.
And you realize this place where she was born, there was a whole culture there, there's a whole world there. And you get a real taste of it and the uniqueness of it. And the coming home is really very dramatic.
Shall we begin?
Some Side, come and try, put your hands in the sky. You got, next time.